I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jake Dimko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey. Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast on a Tuesday with Mike and Jay. I'm Mike, that's Jay. Big E is here. Timko is here. And get right into it. Dare I say a big show today. Might as well. Smelling salt's going around. Hit it again. Woo! Sorry, Jay. Chuck it at you. A lot to get to today. We'll talk about, I knew this was coming eventually, the obesity pill. Looking forward to it.
You wait around long enough, right?
That's right. I just got to hang on long enough for that pill to get here. Wall Street sex harassment stuff going on.
They don't do that there, do they?
Apparently. Local slaying, disturbing. Some NFL love triangles going on, military sex, and we'll get into the eaten alive thing. I got to be honest, though. I've gotten some comments from family and friends that I respect, people that are listening to this show on a daily basis that are absolutely convinced E is going to come and shoot this place up at some point. E?
No. Respond to that?
Not going to happen.
Why? How can you be so certain? I need some sort of guarantee that you're not going to come in and bomb this place.
How can I guarantee it?
The only thing that helps me kind of live it, because, dude, I would feel the same knowing him, knowing the beating he takes from, every now and then, but.
And there's going to be more beatings today.
Yeah,
so.
Well, there's some fallout, let's say, from yesterday's show. But what I saw with him and the fly, how he saved that fly that one day.
Yeah.
He literally can't hurt a fly.
Yeah.
He went out of his way to capture the fly and free it out the door.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks volumes to me. So.
Well, allow me to retort.
Okay.
I was talking to a family member earlier who was telling me about a story in California of another individual who wouldn't hurt a fly either. But he got, and tell me if any of this sounds familiar. When he reached puberty, this individual started to get really into sex, like wanted to have sex really bad and like focused on sex all the time, was wearing mom's blouse at one point. I don't know if it was a purple one, but you get the point. Had a friend of his, a girl that was a friend, and at some point, and this family member knew this individual, and said honestly wouldn't hurt literally everybody agreed wouldn't hurt a fly until the day he tried to rape this girl. Silent rape.
Don't put me in that category.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, he's way beyond puberty, though. Okay, he went through that with and that may have been what was documented in the diary with Holy. The whole situation that you just described. Right. That may have been that time period captured in a diary.
Yeah.
In diary form. So we're now many years beyond that. He's a full-grown man. He's 30.75.
Right.
A young man.
And I think he's grown out. He seems to have grown out of anything.
Relatively, in this room, I'm young. In this room, relative to this room, I'm a young man.
That doesn't mean much, though. You're not, relatively speaking, a young man. I mean, you were 6 years ago.
Yeah, we are admittedly very old.
It's all in the mind.
So
it's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind. So I'm glad you're not concerned about it, but I'd like some sort of documentation some sort of guarantee.
Where are you going to get a documentation? What, am I going to sign something that I won't shoot you, and then I'm just going to, if I wanted to, I'd still come in and shoot you then.
Apparently some simple kind of things need to be written down and established with E.
Yeah.
Based on what we discussed yesterday.
Why?
So that might help to put these things down.
What would go on
paper
that would make a difference?
I mean, that might...
That
would slash Jay's tires, like I said.
For my family, that would help, probably. Put their minds at ease a little bit.
I'm pretty sure... What would be writing on a piece of paper and saying, I won't do this?
It's sort of like a pledge,
Yeah.
It helps to put things down on paper sometimes. You probably found that when you did your diary.
Yeah. There's a reason you put down totally, like, literally no information, but still put it down on paper for some reason. I mean, there's almost zero substance in your diary. I woke up, had breakfast, stayed up late. Woke up, had breakfast.
I disagree, man. I look back on those, and I think it's awesome that I have that categorized of what I did those days.
I would agree. It is awesome that exists, but
captured those moments.
Yeah,
I think it is. I wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking to. That wasn't supposed to be a thing of like thoughts and bullcrap, man. That was just supposed to be literally what I did in my days. That was not what it was meant for.
I understand what you're saying. It wasn't meant.
It was just meant to be a documentation of kind of what I did. It was not meant as a diary where you talk about feelings or emotions.
But I think that's literally the definition of a diary.
It wasn't a diary. It was a journal, though.
No, it was a diary. Well, it was. We've established that it was a diary.
You've established it. I've established that it was a journal.
But even in it's kind of the same thing. If you look up diary and journal, I mean,
I don't know what you want from me here.
Hey, E, did you work today?
No.
Did you hear from a guy about looking for a 2012 Ford Escape 4x4 in the last couple weeks?
Yeah.
I got a Facebook message from a guy who goes by Mistaken. So I don't know his actual name, obviously, but
you've never what?
I've never been sure if that was a guy or a girl.
Okay.
Kind of irrelevant, but go ahead, Jay.
But you were nevertheless contacted by this individual.
Yeah.
That goes by Mistaken. Okay. Concerning said 2012 Ford Escape 4x4. He wrote to me today. He said, Jay, a few days ago I sent this message to Big E. Copied it in. Eric, I'm looking for a 2012 Ford Escape 4x4.
Hold on, stop. He's rolling his eyes. Not taking this seriously at all.
Whatever. I mean, I've already know what he's going to say, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Well,
read it.
Okay. Looking for a 2012 Ford Escape 4x4. Can you see if Zot has any available?
Well, that's easy to do.
That's great, right? That's great
Absolutely.
news. You've got a listener going, hey, you see if Zot can help me out. Zot's one of our sponsors, very important.
Yeah. We need to direct some sales to them, otherwise they're not going to sponsor us.
Right. So this would be great news if I'm Big E. Hey,
yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's contacting me about a product that
no doubt about
Zot sells.
It's awesome.
I'll get right back to him if I'm Big E.
Yeah.
Well, according to Mistaken, here's his lame-ass response reply next. Quote, ha ha ha, I'm not sure. I just clean them and move cars, move cares around the parking lot. Oh, and pick up and drop people off, end quote. Is that what you wrote, E?
Yeah, that is what I wrote.
Mistaken replied, quote,
Oh, shit.
check it out, boy. Here's a chance to sell a car and get a feather in your cap, dumbass. And he says this reply was sent on 12/2, so December 2nd, and still no reply from Eric. And he says to me, I'm thinking there's a need for another disciplinary action to put in his permanent record. Thoughts? And I responded, dude, unbelievable. Do you want me to set you up with a real human working at that? Please do check them out if you are in the market. Every contact by one of our listeners with our sponsors is important to us.
Counselor, allow him to retort.
Yeah, what's...
I don't know. I did think about going and asking somebody, and then...
You decided against it, which is probably a good move.
I forgot.
Yeah. Okay. That at least makes sense. Jay, are you satisfied? With said response? No?
I hate to just start the show just beating up on Big E.
I don't care. No,
by all means. By all means.
You can't call. I mean, it's a car dealership. You're asking for a used car. Call and ask.
He is, though. By contacting you, you are employed by them. You're the conduit before the show and them. It's kind of a unique situation you're in.
If someone asked me...
E, you're looking at this the wrong way. Here's what he was doing. What he was doing was he was going to someone he knows who works at Zot Ford now going, hey, dude, you want to look good in front of your bosses, make a sale. Who knows, maybe even get a little piece off the top for it. If you start bringing in sales, if you go to your boss and go, hey, I know a guy that's interested in a 2012 vehicle, and set them up, and they make that sale, not only do you get the credit, but the Detroit Cast gets some credit.
Yeah, I guess.
But I guess it makes sense to just ignore him. So
maybe you could find a different dealership where he could get his 2012 Escape. I don't know.
Do they only sell those at Zot? No. They probably sell those at other dealerships, right?
E, do you see our point?
Kinda.
Oh, God damn it! All right, we're going to have a meeting off air about this. This is...
No, on air only.
You don't see him having a future doing sales, like pushing T-shirts or promoting our show if he's out and about.
Anyway.
Whatever, dude. Like, call the fucking place. I mean, I get it. You know, if he wants to ask me, I forgot is what happened. You know,
Fair enough.
I actually did think about, you know, when he got back to me, when I said the one thing and said, hi, you know, I just work there, and he got back to me and said, hey, well, here's a chance, you know, to do something. I did think about it, and I forgot about it. And then the next day goes by, and I forgot. I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't, you know what, if it were me, I wouldn't freaking send. I would just, if it were me looking for a car, I'd call the car company. That's what I would do. For me looking for a car.
All right. Well, speaking of that, remember, if you listen to the Detroit Cast and you're in the market for a new car,
don't call Big E.
Make a trip to Zott Ford. Don't bother calling Big E. Feel free to Facebook me or Mike. We'll get on it. They will pay you.
Even I would get on it.
Yes, even Mike would see that one and get on that one. They will pay you $500 more on your trade-in when you tell them that the Detroit Cast sent you. Plus, Zott Ford has an award-winning service department as well. You can save 10% on your repairs, too, if you tell them that the Detroit Cast sent you. A fun, good-time dealer with the hottest sales staff in Oakland County, Zott Ford and Holly, just off I-75.
For the record, I love you, Big E. You are perfectly retarded, and I love that about you.
Well, thanks, but I
Apparently, there's some people who think you love me, too. We got a couple
emails.
That's
going out the window.
Yeah.
Oh,
you did before, though. You'll admit
that's
it?
going away.
You'll admit
wow, that's
See,
going away.
What did
I'm kidding.
Hold
I'm
on.
kidding.
Let's stop for a moment.
Oh, I'm kidding. Okay. Jesus.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He's
I was.
not. E?
Yes, I.
Oh,
Jay.
You can say whatever you want, and it's under sarcasm. I'm kidding, dude. What? Are you serious? You think I give a shit that you're getting mad about this? That doesn't change what I think about you. I don't care.
E.
That's what's pissing me off. Like, I have to go.
You wear your emotions on your sleeve. It is very easy to identify when you're upset and when you're not.
I'm mad right now.
You are mad.
Yeah, he's furious right now.
And here's what did I do to make you mad at me?
I'm not mad. I just want. Now I almost want to walk away. Like,
oh, now you want to quit the show?
No, I want to right now because
head on over to Holland to Tyler and.
Shut up! I think this is ridiculous, dude. Like. So what? I didn't. You know what? I didn't give back to the guy. Like, I'm not mad at you.
It's just a car sale, Jay. Get over it.
God, it's not ridiculous. I mean,
okay, you're
again,
right.
we can talk more after.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Big things ahead.
Fucking hey, man.
Why is it tense in here? Why is it so tense in here?
I spend a lot of time off air trying to keep things straight, and
you
trying
do.
to move
it's
things
remarkable
forward.
How much we all fuck things up for you.
No,
really,
dude,
it's remarkable how much the ball is dropped on our end, like Big E and me, and you're trying desperately to keep it together, and Big E and myself, we're not helping.
Can you see my frustration? E?
I get it. I mean,
do you? You say that.
I do get it.
Okay, please don't do this again. If somebody,
if it were me, I'd fucking call it.
Yeah, but guess what? He didn't. He contacted you. So what do you do about it? You don't bury it and fucking forget about it. It's a sale. If you're not comfortable, come to me and say, dude, what should I do about it? You want to handle this or fuck? This is the difference between the show continuing and not. I mean, it very simply is.
Yeah.
Showing our sponsorship support, getting support for our sponsors.
This is right there in that what Jay described yesterday, in that box of like shouldn't need to be discussed thing. You don't even things you check off the list because they don't even need to be talked about ever because they're just no-brainers.
I don't just get why does someone have to come to me about looking for
It doesn't matter. They did. It doesn't fucking matter what was going through his head. It's clear to me what he was doing. It's clear to Mike what he was doing. He wants to throw you a bone and kind of give put you in a good position there by going go to a sales guy and say, hey man, I got a sale for you, or go to your manager and say that. Guess what? They would think well of you. They'd be like, Big E, cool, good, Detroit Cast, excellent.
For the record, if this was my mother and a couple people contacted her, and she told me 2 months later, oh yeah, a couple people were interested in Zot, and
We'd be bashing on her too.
I'd be slamming her, going, Mother, are you serious?
God damn it, Pat!
God damn it! We need all the help we can get. Are you kidding me? You're not going to at least pass that on? If it was Jay's sister or your mother, anything, it'd be like, come on. That's a no-brainer, E. That's a no-brainer.
I don't know. I don't know what to say, so whatever.
Other things you shouldn't do, like if you're dropping a car off at a customer's, don't shit in his house. Like, no-brainers, right?
Yeah.
Don't ask him if he's got something to eat. No-brainers.
Don't tell people who paid to go out with us, on the limo night that they're all fucking assholes and everybody hates them.
I said I regretted that. I said I felt bad about that.
God damn it!
All right. Well, we'll discuss later. He's got the point, though. I think he gets it. Or not, but whatever. Hey, did you guys watch E? I'm sure you did watch this. Did you watch Eaten Alive last night?
No.
You didn't?
No.
We were watching some of the build-up of it like a week ago, right? When we were over here, we saw some
I'm
of
not
the
going to watch anything with a snake.
Oh, that's right. You hate snakes. I forgot. I'm sorry. Seriously. I thought for some reason you were kind of mildly interested in that, but yeah.
It's something. If it is something that if it were any other thing, if it was this guy's going to be eaten by a lion and we're going to.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Or whatever. It just snakes. No way. I couldn't watch it.
Well, you didn't.
Although it didn't matter anyway, right?
What a piece of shit.
What's the point?
Seriously,
Dude,
Discovery Channel.
It sort of reminds you of the Geraldo Rivera and Al Capone vault.
Yes.
Right? All the build-up, all that shit. But at least Geraldo opened the fucking vault. It's not, I guess, his fault nothing was in there.
What was supposed to be in the vault? I don't
Well, they didn't know.
They
They had
was
no
Al
idea.
Capone's,
But they
though.
pumped it up. Oh, it could be gold. It could be dead bodies. It could be anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mobster legend.
There was fucking nothing but like
some
a couple
bottles.
dusty old wine bottles that were worthless.
Yeah.
What was it on? It was on national television.
Oh, yeah, it was huge.
It was one of the biggest TV events. I think to that point, it was like the most watched
It was
show.
humongous. Yeah. And it was empty.
Yeah. What could he do though? How would he know? I guess
He wouldn't, but it's a mockery. I mean, people still think of it now. When anything that goes horribly wrong or disappoints, it's like, "Whoa, this is right up there with Geraldo." The vault. It's the first thing people say, and there he is. There's Geraldo looking ridiculous.
God, he's so dramatic. He just has that dramatic way about him, and so it was so pumped up. I just remember going, "Oh my God, we're gonna see a skeleton,"
Yeah. And if it wasn't for the fact that he had such an amazing Kitterman, he
Oh,
probably
my God.
would have lost his career completely.
He gets a lot of leeway because of that Kitterman.
He does. But yeah, I see two knuckleheads in there digging, like, oh, I haven't found anything yet.
What was his reaction when there was nothing?
It was a bummer.
Was
It was
really
a bummer.
just like,
Yeah,
oh.
he tried to play
He
it
tried
off.
to spin it,
Yeah,
but
totally.
it was brutal.
We knew all along there might be nothing in here.
Yeah, they just kind of quickly faded out, if I remember. Just like, okay,
Yeah.
tied it up, and they were
Really?
done. Yeah, tied it up real quick. So did they do the same thing on the Snake Show?
They did 2 hours, and apparently this guy Rosalie, he's filmmaker, wildlife filmmaker. He took the crew like 100 miles deep into the Amazon, and they tracked this 18-foot-long anaconda.
Yeah.
And they fit him with this special suit so that the snake couldn't crush his ribs.
Mike,
like
my
metal.
anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, huh?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was still holding true, but that's good to know that you're
Ridiculous.
What was the opening line? About Stacy or
Oh my God, Becky.
Becky.
Look at her butt. Becky. Such a white
Becky.
girl name.
Yes.
Ever met a black girl named Becky?
Never.
Oh.
So yeah, they go and they catch this anaconda, and they say the snake is big enough to consume him, but
Just didn't feel like it.
well, no, he's put pig's blood on himself,
So big.
and
She looks like
they get the snake, and the snake coils around him, and he taps out
No way.
before the snake ate him.
Well, yeah.
Is there video of it out there? We
Sure.
can make Biggie watch.
Well, no. The thing is, like,
No, this is what I heard about the snake, though. I heard it was a captive snake
yes.
that
Really?
they ended up using. Like you
wasn't
said,
big
they
enough. It
did
wasn't-
this big tracking thing, and they built it up this big drama. But then they went and they took a snake
They
that was in
couldn't-
captivity.
They couldn't find one in the wild naturally that was big enough. This snake wasn't even big enough to eat
See,
him.
they are saying in the stories that it was big enough to consume him.
That's That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
heard. Well, it definitely was captive. It definitely was not the natural. He was
What a
looking for a
bunch of
bigger
shit.
one. He was looking for
Yeah.
a bigger one in the natural. Maybe whether it's big enough or not, this wasn't what he was originally looking for, and he knew that a week ago when he freaking when he made, because he went on a promo like a week ago saying, well, it's not insinuating that he got thrown out, that he was
Yeah,
been
you
thrown
think
out
you'd
by
want
him.
to.
Yeah.
You think you'd want to massage it a little bit, like, okay, it's called Eaten Alive, but somehow kind of let the audience know that maybe that's not going to happen. Because all I've heard today is like people are like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, I watched
fuck
2
that guy.
hours of this shit. He thought his arm was going to break, but at the end, the team rushed in to free him before he was eaten. I had very labored breathing, which is spiking my heart rate even more because
Breathing.
that was stressful. Breathing, yeah. But it's like, well, what did you expect was going to happen? The snake was going to go snake on you and try to choke you out. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
What did you think, that your heart rate wasn't going to get elevated? That's enough to call it off? Come on, dude. Viewers on social media exploded. PETA's all over this guy's ass. Shame on this pseudo-wildlife expert for tormenting this animal. Shame on the Discovery Channel for giving him the incentive to do so. He said the snake is alive and well, checked by a vet. I would not have done this if there were any real chance of hurting or stressing out the snake. Now he's already talking about his next stunt.
Yeah. See, there you go. He just.
Well,
It's a big.
he should do his first stunt, maybe.
Yeah,
I
I totally agree.
The cart before the horse a little bit.
Ridiculous. Ugh, I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Oh, I know.
That
2
was-
hours of
Who
that.
would sit there for? Wouldn't you, even if you were watching it, wouldn't you just DVR it?
Exactly,
And
just
fast
blow through all
forward
that
until the
shit.
part where because you know there's going to be at least 45 minutes of him just talking about the snake.
It's like the guys that are going to walk across the building on
Oh.
high wire,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay,
Or
just
the
give me the last
motorcycle
30
jumps.
Yes.
God damn.
It's
Yeah.
2 hours of build up with
Robbie
these,
Knievel.
with these faux interview reporters like on the scene.
Yeah.
Guys, how you feeling now? How you feeling now?
I know.
How about the damn test runs with the motorcycle, like the Robbie Knievel? He'll go at it, but then he'll
stop.
or he'll go to the side and just go zipping by it, you know, and then turn around. And,
Are those really necessary? Like, after like, does he really need to?
Yeah, you'd think
John
you'd
John.
have it down by show day.
He's been doing this thing for 2 months, building the ramp. He hasn't done that yet.
I hate those jumps. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
At
Is
least
he
when-
done with that? Knievel at least?
Well,
there'll
he
be
did it a
somebody
few
else.
years ago. Remember, Evil used to wipe out big
Yeah.
time, though. I mean, he would
Yeah.
get.
Was it that Snake River deal where he tried to like launch the rocket ship across the canyon? Awesome,
didn't
man.
quite make it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. I think we're beyond these shows now. TV's come a long way. I think I mean, I don't really have cable, so I'm not exactly sure. But my senses. Look at him, dude. Look at Evil.
Was that Robbie or Evil? Robbie.
Yeah, jump in the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
That was last year.
Wow.
That was just last
Or
year.
at least that's when it was posted. It was last year.
Huh.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're beyond that shit. Or maybe just I personally. I have no
I am.
interest in that shit anymore.
I have no interest either.
I never did, but was that just like back in the day because you didn't have this stuff, and
It was
so
more
like,
limited. Yeah, I mean, what's on, and you can't just throw YouTube on and watch something, or it's hey, you got 4 or 5 channels, and so you check it out. It was the big news of the day. Now
It's a
there's
pretty vicious wipeout.
yeah. How do your collarbones survive that?
I don't know. He's fine. His stupid daughter always singing the national anthem. Oh, she sucked.
Those jumpsuits. It's awesome.
Robbie's last jump was in 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, an interesting story coming out of the military, and a Kansas airman accused of aggravated assault for exposing multiple sex partners to HIV. Yeah, at swinger parties.
What a dick.
Yep, he's going to have his appeal heard this week before the nation's highest military court. His name is David Gutierrez. He was a sergeant at McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita in 2011 when he was stripped of his rank and sentenced to 8 years behind bars. Of course, the appeal is going on. He's also found guilty of violating an order to notify partners about his HIV status and to use condoms. His argument, of course,
He was also convicted of indecent acts and adultery. He challenged whether the risk to his sexual partners was high enough to constitute aggravated assault, arguing...
The Magic Johnson defense, is that what we're calling this?
No.
Look, he's still alive.
Yeah.
That was 20 years ago.
He's arguing that laws covering exposure to the disease are outdated since the statistical probability of heterosexual transmission is low and medical advances have made the disease treatable. About 100 years ago, we used to have a lot of laws on the books that threw people in prison for having syphilis because you couldn't cure it. Once they came up with a cure, a lot of those laws went by the wayside.
So his defense is it's not as bad as it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. And to me, like, dude, no one's saying you can't have sex. They're just, like, making a level playing field. Let people know. His defense lawyers say the risk of infection ranged between 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 100,000 chance per sexual encounter, which they contend is so low that it doesn't meet the legal standard for assault. Now,
God, you think it's that low? 1
No.
in 10,000 to...
the defense is saying that. But
Damn.
if I were to say nothing to you and just walk up to you with a gun that held 100,000 chambers, and I just put one bullet in and spun it, and then walked up and pulled the trigger and went, dude, there was only a 1 in
Relax,
100,000.
yeah,
What do you get all worked up for?
You're
I
right.
mean, would you be like, no, I would have appreciated you telling me first. Like,
That's a good point.
1 in a million. No, because 1 in a million times it's going to blow my fucking head off.
Yeah.
That seems like no-brainer. I can't believe an argument like that is even going on.
Dick, what a dick.
Prosecutors counter the exposure risk was closer to 1 in 500. A 1 in 500 chance of receiving a deadly incurable disease.
Unless you're Magic Johnson.
Right. As of early this year, there have been more than 900 arrests or prosecutions in at least 38 states and the military of HIV-positive people accused of exposing others to the disease. Defense lawyers say he shouldn't be convicted of adultery since he and his wife participated in group sex. All right. We can let him off on that. That's fine. You and your skank wife wanted to knock yourselves out. His wife, Gina, told investigators her husband became infected with HIV in 2007 while stationed at an Air Force base. So was he having gay sex when he got it? I mean, he was having heterosexual sex when he contracted it, right?
Probably. Just a promiscuous dude.
Yeah. So
the idea that he couldn't give it to someone else?
Yeah. Doesn't quite add up, does it? He met most of these victims through adult websites and at swinger parties with a police search warrant suggesting he attended 21 such events in 18 months. Yeah.
Isn't that the ultimate dick move in that situation, though? I mean, don't you...
Yes.
Everybody in that lifestyle probably has an unwritten code, right?
Yeah. That it's
or maybe a written code? Would a written code help?
Make me feel a little better.
I'll write it down. I don't care.
Okay. But did you mean it?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Well, you don't seem to be convinced, so what does it matter?
I'm just saying I feel a little better.
I'll write
It's
it down.
about putting my family's mind at ease.
I'll write it down.
2 women listed within court documents claimed to have chatted with him on swinging websites. Both allege he did not inform them he was HIV positive before engaging in both oral and sexual intercourse with the guy. Nice. One of the alleged victims said she first met him at a swingers party before performing a sex on him. Also claimed he took videos and photos of every sexual encounter.
Performing a sex on him? Sex act.
Sex act. Performing a sex act, yeah.
Can't they just say blowjob?
Is that what that means? Yeah.
I just always assume when I see performing a sex act.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not really Yeah, I agree. If you say performing a sex act, I usually think
9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100.
Yep, I would go along with that.
Yeah.
Yep. So she was blowing him. The other complaint claimed she engaged in sexual activity that was.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
God damn it! At Gutierrez's home during a Thanksgiving holiday. Court records also claim a large collection of porn videos were seized from his home, as well as sex toys and other items. It's a Class A creep.
Really, really important to this guy.
Yes. He was also reported to have posted a survey on Swingers' website in 2007. He was asking important questions like, were you willing to play with partners infected with herpes simplex virus or HIV?
Ugh.
I wonder why he was interested in that. And then in a follow-up post, why are people scared of HIV? Don't you wear condoms? Ugh. One woman...
Well, he's not, so, right? So...
Yeah, I know, but...
So what's he saying? Like, don't you wear...
I've never even heard of it.
He doesn't want to get herpes.
Is that what it is?
No, dude.
One woman to testify in his trial said that she and her husband had sex with Gutierrez and his wife after meeting them at swingers parties. My husband and I asked point blank because we were very clean, And David and his wife said no. They made a point to tell us they were both clean. Asshole. Another woman, when asked whether she would have still had sex with Gutierrez knowing his status, said no. I watched a brother die from AIDS. And you watched a brother die of AIDS and you're hanging out at swinger parties.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the women said she testified that she had asked Gutierrez about if he was HIV positive. He denied he was. So, yeah. I don't know. What's going on in the military? What's going on in the military?
This next story, makes you wonder.
It does. Sticking with the military theme, Greg Nelson had a rough night when he was in the military. So we could start there. He went out partying with friends. So far, so good. It's in Southern California. The weather's beautiful. The ocean's there. He's partying with some friends. Gets a little drunk. In fact, he got really drunk. So when a man he didn't know offered to let him crash at a nearby apartment, his friends urged him to accept that offer and not drive or anything. He remembers getting sick and being offered water that seemed to have white specks in it. Then the man offered him another glass of water and a pill that was supposedly Motrin. What happened next is a bit of a blur to Nelson. He says he blacked out, woke up feeling like he was in a vegetative state. He remembers the man sexually assaulting him.
And the man is military member?
It's a Marine that's being assaulted.
Okay, what about the assault?
Not
assaulter?
sure.
You're not sure? Okay.
Yeah. He says he couldn't move and then blacked out again. Sexual assaults on men in the military happen more often than people think. Nelson left the Marine Corps in 2011. He's one of the rare men willing to talk about it. According to a survey released by the Pentagon last week, nearly 1% of males in the U.S. military say they had experienced unwanted sexual contact, compared with 4.3% of women. Yet only 14% of assaults were reported.
So is this
involved male victims?
Is this the 20th Cosby victim or what?
I don't think so.
No.
That would, that'd be a new one for him. Afraid to be seen as victims or weak or gay, men in the hyper-masculine military culture often don't feel comfortable reaching out for help or reporting sexual assaults. Over the past year, though, the services have increased efforts to reach out to male victims. Military leaders turned for advice to Jim Hopper, this Harvard University expert on male sexual abuse. Boy, what a gem of a job that is. Ugh. You deal with male sexual abuse all day? Oof. In our culture in general, to be sexually assaulted is completely the opposite of what men are supposed to experience. As opposed to women are supposed to experience that? He's saying.
Right.
Men aren't supposed to be sexually dominated. They're not supposed to express vulnerable feelings. While people may question how a burly infantry officer or Marine could be assaulted, often he is drunk, passed out, or asleep. One commander recalled an incident where one of his soldiers was drunk, woke up to find he was being accosted by another drunken soldier. The two men ended up fighting, and it took months for the Army investigations to sort out the situation. Why would that take months to figure out? Both of them ended up getting booted out of the military. One for raping a guy, and the other for not dealing so well with being raped.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. For Nelson, reporting the assault to his commanders was difficult. I had to swallow a lot of pride. That's not all.
Boy.
It's a sense of embarrassment, a sense of fear, and you don't want to be looked down on by your peers. I had never before seen a male survivor speak out, who he said Nelson, who said he reported the incident to the police, but his attacker was never charged because there was no forensic. Wait, that doesn't make sense. He said he reported the incident. Oh, they flipped the words here. Reported the incident to police. His butt attacker was never charged because there was no forensic evidence. I think that's what they meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think they flipped that. But his attacker, that doesn't make sense. His butt attacker. I wanted people to understand it could happen to anyone. What? I said? Now, my question for you, Jay.
I know what's coming. What would I do?
You're in that situation. The situation's happened. Your butt is sore. It sucks. We can all agree it sucked. Last night was fun for a while, and then it sucked.
Did he say he sort of woke up in the middle of it but was paralyzed, couldn't move?
Vegetative state.
It's like that friggin' Metallica video, right?
It is the one video.
Yes. Where you can feel and know everything happening around you, but you can't speak out or move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that would be awful. God damn it!
What would you do? Would you go, okay, that sucked. I can't take it back, so I'm not going to bring it to anyone's attention. Really?
Really?
What would you take matters into your own hands, or would you tell a superior who might chuckle at you, blame the victim, as it were?
Man, yeah. Do you just go vigilante on him? You trust the justice system.
Give him. Would it be justice if he got 2 years?
Right. No, I think you go vigilante on him.
And you rip his dick off?
Maybe.
So he wouldn't do it to anybody else?
Maybe. What you got?
I'm not someone
Would you
who
just enjoy it and like?
Shut up.
What?
I would not enjoy it.
You might. You don't know. You've never tried it.
Maybe you would.
No, I don't think I would.
Well, I don't think I would either.
You might though, but you might.
But you might too.
But there's a better chance that you'll experience it than me.
No, not
There
really.
is. You'll get blackout drunk. You got blackout drunk and drank your piss a week ago. What are you talking about? There's way better chance of this happening to you than me. Way better.
Yeah, but there's no better chance of me liking it than you. Like,
Well,
Maybe.
no, not at all. Like,
we don't know that because you've never tried it.
well,
I'm
neither
just
is
saying,
Jay and neither of you.
I know, but the odds of it happening to Jay or I are very, very slim. The odds of you blacking out drunk at a friend's house
Okay.
probably happens weekly.
Uh,
So do you tell someone? Do you report to Jay and let him know what happened to you?
well, I'm not telling Jay.
Why?
No, I'm not telling you. No, guys. No, if I were in that situation, dude, I'm not this person. Like, I'm not somebody. The concept of going rogue and I'm gonna beat his ass and then I'm gonna get in jail because I freaking no, dude. I would tell somebody, but I'm telling.
You would for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you think about that, put that in a situation, that'd be really, really hard to go to the police and go,
Yeah.
My butt hurts.
my butt really hurts and it kind of sucks. I don't know the guy. Would you shower or would you hope there was some
Well,
evidence there? Would you
Okay,
go
what
in
I
there
would
and
like to do if
have him
if
inspect your butt?
if
looking
I
for
were to do
evidence? God damn.
if I were to do what I would if I would to do like if in this mindset I would say I would tell somebody. I would not go the rogue way as far as whooping his ass.
Do you think Jay would go rogue?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah, me too.
I think probably I don't know. But that's just but my mindset is just I don't want to fucking I would want to fucking take a bat and beat him over the head with it.
I don't
but
think you'd go to jail for that, by the way. I don't think you would. If you took
it
a
happened
bat
right
to some
then,
guy,
it happened right then, maybe.
if you gave some dude a sound beating for
killed
raping
him,
you,
you would. You'd go to jail.
What if
I
what
don't
if,
know.
It'd get reduced probably, but you'd pay the price.
what if it was? I mean,
did you claim insanity?
No.
Why?
Because it's a high standard, dude. You have to be actually fucking insane, not just pissed.
Yeah, but if you go into a blind rage,
Yeah, you'll get manslaughter instead of murder, maybe.
no, I don't think so.
well, I'm
gonna
not
try it.
That's
I'm gonna
what it
try it.
is.
I'm gonna
That's
try it.
the definition, really, of manslaughter is acting out of passion.
Well, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't be willing to try it.
The perfect example is finding a guy in bed with your wife. You go, holy shit! I had no idea this was going on. You grab a bat and you beat him to death. That's the classic manslaughter type reaction, the passionate reaction.
And what happens to that guy?
Or find the
He goes
man
to
in the
jail.
closet. Find the man in the closet with your wife. You mean?
In the closet, yeah. Yeah,
who
she's
cares?
hung in the closet
Yeah.
and he's doing what he does.
No, but then he goes to jail, and like that's my point. Like I wouldn't.
But don't beat him to death, E.
Okay, well,
Just whack him in the face a few times, knock him out, and then stick shit in his butt. See how he likes it.
Hootie hoo that fucker.
That's right.
Hootie hoo!
I'm telling you, if I had the choice, if I did it how I wish I would handle the situation, it would honestly just be I would leave and I would fucking report him.
You would, and then that
Yeah.
video would get out. We'd be playing it back on the air.
Yeah.
Your interrogation going on, and it'd be crying like a girl. And
I'd rather have that than me end up being an idiot and killing him and being in jail for. I just would. I don't see. Same thing with someone. I know I've never loved someone like that, but the same thing if someone walked in on my wife. I would not want to. She already did something wrong, and he already did something. They were both assholes, and I don't want to freaking. No, I feel like they win by me being, getting pissed and then end up in jail.
Yeah, he said that several times. He would
Yeah.
just up and leave and not give him more of his energy.
yeah, but he's not capable of love or feelings, so it's very easy for him to walk out in a
detach,
situation.
yeah.
Yes, he's not attached, so detaching's not even it.
Okay, well,
He's just like, well,
okay,
that's over, and walk out the door. There's
Yeah.
no emotion. He wouldn't cry. He wouldn't get upset about it. He's not a feeling human soul. So
I can get mad, but I can't.
you get mad at Jay all the time. The last couple of days have been very tense around here.
I get-
Very tense.
Exactly. So I can show anger. So I get a feeling, but I really, when it comes to retribution, I don't like the concept of giving into other people. I like the concept of not letting them, they
You just
win.
like letting them take what they want and then walk away and not
Mhm.
feel any retribution. Okay.
I believe that those people.
Would you feel the same way, Jay, if someone did
Look,
that
I'm
to
not saying
your
I'd
wife?
be happy with it. I'm not saying that.
I don't think you'd care one way or the other. I think you'd just move on.
I'm sure I would if I got to the point where I married somebody. But I'm just saying I don't think it's worth it, and I think those people do get what they get in the end. Whether they get it here or not, whether they get on this world or not, I believe those people get paid in the end.
Do you think that's a bad thing, to take justice into your own hands? You do?
Yeah, I kind of do, I guess. I really see that as them getting even more. I see them as them getting to you and them winning.
I would think that'd be really hard to go into a police station and report that. I think
maybe.
I know what you're saying. I think it would be hard. I think it would be if you're in the Army.
I can understand why guys wouldn't do that.
If anything, I just would do nothing, though. I would not beat his ass. If anything, I would just hide it eventually, and then, of course, probably end up in a drug or alcohol situation because you'd just be trying to
come out in a podcast years later talking about shit.
I was touched.
Do you see parallels, Jay, and how he would handle that with like how he handled the Zott Ford opportunity? Like it's just not my realm, it's not my business, it's not my place, so I'll just
turn around and walk away from it. Detachment. Easily detached.
Hey, have you guys followed the speaking of which, it kind of what?
Nothing, forget it.
No, go. Finish your thought.
I don't like to get attached to anything because then I feel like if you're not attached to anything, then you don't have to fucking.
Oh, E, if you don't risk anything, how do you have any reward? Come on, E, you can't live your life like that. You're 30.75. You're serious though, E.
Yeah.
Oh, that troubles me. That saddens me.
Does it?
I'm saddened. E, come on, man.
That's sports is sport. That's where if you've noticed, that's my emotional outlet is sports.
I'm so sorry.
It's true. Some girl is going to come along, or guy, and
girl.
sweep him off his feet.
Girl.
Imagine when E falls for some chick or guy.
Oh, it's going to be
and
so
like is
lame.
literally swept head over heels with some chick or guy, and he's going to come in and just be a different
dude. It's going to be so
dude.
pussy or ass whipped. It's going to be incredible.
It'll be pussy whipped.
You could be dick whipped. We don't know yet. You haven't fallen in love yet. How do you know?
I know.
How do you know?
Fall in love with
You would be so dick whipped in 5 minutes. You'd be just like, oh my god.
Imagine all the sex you could have with another guy.
I don't care. I don't want.
God, you guys, anytime you feel the urge, boom, both of you, go at it.
I don't want to. I'm not attracted to guys sexually, Jay.
Boy pussy.
Whatever. It will be a girl.
All right. It says you.
Yes.
There's debate in the room.
Cast the net broadly.
Yeah, of course. I could create debate about anything I want. Yeah, I think I did. I could do that for anything. I could say, well, Jay could be, Jay, would you ever cheat on your wife? No. Well, I don't know. You might. What if a hot girl came up to you? I don't know.
I don't think you can shut the door completely on this gay thing because it might be right up your alley. Because there could be that situation where
like
it's
I said, lots of sex.
I'm gonna be
tons
honest.
of sex whenever you want it. It's just like, hey, take it.
It'd
like
probably
guys,
be easier.
You ever thought about like
easier if I were gay, but I'm
like
not.
What if you and Chubbs just started hooking up? You could go bowling. You could have fun. You
I
could
know
just
it'd be awesome.
drink
beers,
finish out the night, and be done. Hey, see you, Chubbs.
I agree. It'd be awesome.
You come on Chubbs. Chubbs comes on you. You guys go your separate ways for the night.
I know you're being assholes, but I actually agree. I think it'd be
know.
awesome. But I don't.
This
can't
seems
put
like
a
a
dick in my
win.
mouth, and I don't want another dick in a guy's mouth.
But this seems like a win-win for both you
It'd
and
be a
Chubbs.
win-win for you.
No, but I have a girlfriend that I care very much for.
But think about it. If you had a guy buddy, Jay, you and Jay have known each other forever. You're doing this together. He could just stay over. You guys could nail, then do the podcast the next day.
Nail.
Perfect.
Dude, he's married with a wife and children, and I love Beth.
I'm saying
you don't have anyone yet. We're just saying don't rule it out. It might be perfect for you and Chubbs. Can we call in Chubbs and see if he's if he just give it a try? What do you have to lose at this point?
I've had opportunities where if I wanted to try the gay thing, I could have done it, and I didn't. So I'm not going to.
Really?
You know. I've told you.
No, I don't think so.
Mike knows.
No,
you've definitely not told me.
Yeah, you haven't told Jay.
I've had a few guys hit on me, but the one guy that offered me the blowjob at NASCAR, Mike knows.
What?
Sorry.
And he took him up on it, but it's no big deal. It was one time.
No, I didn't.
When was this, dude?
It was, I don't know. When was this?
I didn't know a guy offered you a blowjob.
Yes. It was like 06 or something, I believe, around that area. 05, 06.
Just for the record, it's a room full of good-looking guys here, right? I think we can all agree. Has any other guy in the room been offered a blowjob by another guy at any point in your existence?
I've actually twice been offered.
How does this come about, dude? I'm really interested to hear this. Tell the story.
Okay, so I'll tell the NASCAR one fast. It was just
take your time.
It was just we were camping, and drinking and shit, and it's very my mic just got cut off.
Oh, sorry.
It's very prevalent for at the campground for guys to just you meet other friends. People just walk around the campsites and just we literally though me and my buddies and this guy had decided our campsite used to be awesome. It used to be kind of Mardi Gras-esque. You could literally walk around with beads and girls would take their shirts off. So we were gonna do it. We were all on this mission all night. Then the end of the night comes. We're all sitting around the campfire. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. People are going to bed, and it ends up being me and this dude. And I swear to God, I'm sitting there. I'm about to finish this beer and go to bed. And the guy moves in for a kiss.
Holy shit!
Moves in to kiss me, and I'm like, dude, whoa.
You didn't suspect anything the whole night.
No. And then all of a sudden, the guy just said, "Oh, I thought you were gay." He was like convinced I was a homo.
Why would he think that?
I don't know, but he did.
The same reason you do and I do.
And I said, "No, dude, no offense, but I'm not." Blah blah blah.
Were you flattered a little bit though?
I mean, you know, why not, right? I gotta admit, like, no.
Everybody likes to be liked.
Right. Who doesn't like to be liked as a human being? No, but, and then I literally told him, sorry, dude, no, why would you think I'm gay? I was walking around looking for girls all night, and he's like, I don't know, blah, blah.
Boy, what a conclusion to jump to.
And then in the end, shut up, you giving him a look.
No, well, there had to be some signals. No guy would just do that and assume maybe you're one of the few percent that could go that way.
Yeah, harken back to the night. What do you think?
No, actually, now that I think about it, he was sitting next to me, and like it seemed like he was definitely was a little close. I remember going to my buddies, going like, dude, I think that his name was Jake. So
yeah, sounds hot.
You remember that, yeah, don't you?
Jake the Snake. We like to call him now to this day. I do remember him being a little weird, and I remember going to my buddies and go, dude, Mickey, I think this guy's hitting on me or something.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Fady, you're all wasted. He's like, oh, you're probably just drunk. You don't know what's going on. I'm like, seriously. And then
your gaydar was going off.
When he tried to kiss me, I kind of said no, blah blah blah. And he literally after that still said like, well, you want to blow? I just want me to blow you.
God.
So how was it?
I said no.
Oh.
I said
you in a drunken state turned down a free blowjob? Couldn't you just imagine it was a chick?
Maybe I should have.
Dude, yeah. What are you thinking?
Did you regret it later? Like that night?
Did.
No.
You did.
No.
Come on.
But I did go to my car in the end and sleep in my car that night instead of my tent. Like I locked the car and stuff. And I didn't see him again. And then the second time I was offered a blowjob, I was in Mackinac. I was in Mackinac for a Labor Day weekend. And for some reason, my buddy, I remember this, because my buddy Ty was with me. But my buddy Ty had gotten so drunk on the island that he ended up passing out in his pickup. And we were like camping about 1.5 miles out of town. And I still went to the bar that night and was like trying to hit on girls.
Or guys.
Hitting on girls. And the end of the night, I'm sitting outside the bar. Like I'm thinking about getting a cab back to the campground or something. And all of a sudden this guy just starts talking to me and he's like, oh, what are you in town for? And I'm like,
yeah, wouldn't you like to know, big boy?
And all of a sudden I was like, no offense, bro, but like, are you hitting on me? You know, like, I'm straight, I like girls. And he was flat out like, dude, I got a hotel room right down there. You want to go?
Yeah.
Blah, blah. He said he was willing to just suck me off. Like he didn't.
How
even
was
care.
it? Was it good?
No, it wasn't. I didn't even do it.
What's wrong with you?
So what do you think it is about you that
I don't know.
attracted these two gentlemen?
I've had several people flat out like insist that they think I'm gay. And
it's weird. I wonder why they would.
I don't know.
Well, I'm not. So anyway.
Two gentlemen have propositioned you to suck your dick.
Dude, that night in the end.
Which one, Mackinac? Or?
Mackinac night in the end. That guy still gave me a ride back to the campground.
I bet he did.
I still got him to give me a ride back to the campground I was
Just
at.
you and him?
Yeah.
Did he say anything else? Like,
no.
We sure? Last chance. Last chance.
No.
My mouth is warm.
No. But I did make him stop. My sleeping bag was in my buddy's car for some reason. Oh, because it had been raining that morning, so we kind of put some of the stuff in the back of his pickup. So I had to stop, get the sleeping bag, and he drove me to the campground. And it's a big campground.
Yeah.
So I was walking around at like 3:30 in the morning trying to find my site. Couldn't find it.
So you just bunked with him.
So I just said no. I just threw. But I went by the camp store and I just said fuck it, and I threw my sleeping bag down on the ground and fell asleep on the floor on the grass. But
Man.
anyway. No, I said no. That guy was willing to suck my dick too. I mean, he said he didn't even care if I.
Has any part of you regretted that you didn't take him up on it?
No, not really.
You paused.
Not really. I mean,
Not really, but partly.
there's always,
an interesting life experience.
I mean, for
Randy.
the story.
Yeah,
if nothing more for the story.
Story, I guess, I suppose, but not really.
Yeah. But if it happens again, I mean, for the
I'm
story.
gonna say no.
For the story,
Every time.
though. For
I'll
the
say no
story.
every time. I have enough stories. I have plenty of good stories.
Nah, you don't have that story, though.
And there's still the $1,000 Kickstarter
Yeah.
reward out there. So
Well, and there's so many other dimensions to this. It's like he loves Seinfeld and Simpsons. I think he could find similar interest in a guy a lot easier than women. He loves sports, loves NASCAR, loves Simpsons.
Chubbs would
Doesn't
be,
want to do a whole lot. Doesn't want to be committed and all
Chubbs
that.
is the perfect mate.
Yeah. Chubbs
If
is.
I was gay, I would definitely be
Chubbs
dating
would be your
Chubbs.
guy, yeah.
I don't think you can rule that out, E. I just
am
don't
ruling
think you
it-
can,
I am
because-
ruling it out.
Imagine if Chubbs just hung out and you guys watched Simpsons and shit, and you fucked with Nana a little bit, and then you guys blew each other and retired for the night, then you got drunk the next day, blew each other.
We had a
And,
lot of fun, a hell of
dude,
a lot of fun.
I just
Well,
can't see you ruling
You know
this
what?
out.
Maybe that's for you more than for me. It sounds like
No,
you're more
I-
into it than me.
No, I'm just
I mean,
thinking,
you're
I'm
making
looking
a
out for
difference.
your best interest. I've got a girl that I love very much, and everything's fine there.
Was this before you had any heterosexual congress? These two events?
The second one I had already been laid before, but the first one, when the first one happened, I had not been laid.
So you had to be thinking
Wow,
hard about
you
that.
had to,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
you had
I
to
don't
try to
know.
be rationalizing.
You know?
There
The
was a moment, I think, probably, where I was probably trying to, but no, not really.
That's too bad. Boys will be boys. You could have just chalked it up to boys will be boys. Never tell you about the time I got blown at a NASCAR event.
I guess camping is where you want to be, huh?
Actually, I have gotten, the most action I've gotten is from that NASCAR campground.
Who was he?
I've gotten 2 blow jobs and a hand job at that campground.
Now, what did those guys say to get you to commit that the other guys
girls.
didn't?
They were girls.
Oh.
Shit, you are one honest mofo, man. You are an honest mofo.
God love it. God love it.
Hey, any businesses or groups out there in need of huge savings on computers or electronic equipment?
And Jay,
we've
king of the
just-
segs.
We've just
King of the segs.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's you, contact NationwideSurplus.com. They sell everything computer-related and can offer great deals on bulk purchases of hardware and software. We're talking everything from laptops, servers, scanners, projectors, and more. They have it all, and they also buy decommissioned equipment. So check them out at NationwideSurplus.com, and if you shop now, use the promo code PINKHAT. Don't forget to use that promo code. You'll get the additional 10% off your purchase just for that mention of the Detroit Cast. So don't wait. Check them out. That's NationwideSurplus.com.
Very good. Hey, let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back and little love triangle going on in the NFL, and then a local story, just gruesome. We'll get into some of that stuff next on the Detroit Cast.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey guys, I'm Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford. That's right, the big Ford dealer on I-75 at exit 98, East Holly Road, the dealership you pass on your way up north. Here's the deal. Because Zott Ford isn't your dealership next door, we got to be the best. We have more inventory and way better deals. You want proof? Stop in.
And tell them Big E from the Detroit Cast sent you.
We'll not only treat you like royalty, but we'll also give you an additional $500 on your trade-in. Now that's worth a ride. Surf our massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the Detroit Cast on a Tuesday. And some other things to get to here. What is going on in the NFL?
And why do they need to tell us about it on Twitter?
Dude, that's a perfect question. Yeah. And it unfortunately includes some local guys. Joseph Foria. The tight end had a touchdown over the weekend, last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a girlfriend. And Erica Hammond, who was a WWE chick at one point. I don't know what that means exactly, but
Do you know her?
I don't recognize her, but she could have had a different. I'd have to maybe if I saw a picture of her.
Yeah.
Probably was a diva.
yeah, she was. That's exactly what she was. She's cute. I mean, she's a little thing.
Yeah, tiny. He's 6'7" or something though.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, he has this girlfriend, and apparently she's banging Russell Wilson, the Seahawks quarterback. A devout Christian who was married and then divorced, which this story's starting to come about. Nobody could figure out in Seattle why they got rid of Golden Tate, why they let him go. Yeah, and the rumor is Golden Tate was banging Russell Wilson's wife.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for us, dude. Golden Tate's been awesome.
Yeah, really, really good.
Like, dude, imagine if, with Charles Rogers, if we hadn't had Golden Tate this year, that could have been some rough
Charles
games.
Rogers.
What? Or Charles Rogers, Megatron,
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, but wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so anyway, he got divorced in April, and apparently he's been banging Foria's girl.
At least that's what Foria alludes to in
He-
his text.
exactly.
Or in his tweet. I mean,
He sent a tweet out
tweeting this.
literally a couple hours after the game on Sunday, and just after his girlfriend, this Erica Hammond, retweeted an internet gif of him doing the touchdown dance.
Yeah.
That someone
twerk.
the twerk thing. So she's like supporting him still, and then a couple short hours later, he sends a tweet out that says, "Hey, at Danger Russell Wilson, enjoy her. She had me thinking she was a loyal girlfriend. I almost feel you, Brennan Clay." Hashtag spray tan. And what that is in reference to is Brennan Clay, former Oklahoma player, played with DeMarco Murray, the running back for the Cowboys, who this dude's claiming that DeMarco Murray's been banging his wife for a while now.
Yeah, and his whole thing came out on Twitter.
Yeah, it's been coming out. Murray's been accused of breaking up the marriage of his former college teammate Brennan Clay, who posted online raunchy text messages allegedly exchanged between his wife Gina D'Agostini and the Cowboy player. On Thursday, he took to Twitter claiming that his unfaithful spouse had saved his rival's phone number under the nickname Spray Tan. So that's what Joseph meant with the hashtag Spray Tan. Yeah. So DeMarco Murray, this guy Brennan Clay apparently got a tryout with the Chargers this week, and so he's going to San Diego for this tryout, and Marco Murray is Spray Tan is responding back and forth with this chick, and he's like, he moved, and she says the Chargers called. Oh, for real? That's what's up. Yep. So I can fuck you in your bed now?
Damn.
She's like, is that where you want to fuck me? Yes.
Yeah.
I
Brutal.
want to escape.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird that
So E, if that was you, you wouldn't tweet it, you wouldn't do anything, you'd just walk away. Yeah.
I just don't like. I'm really on that. Like I said, just don't like giving them, in my opinion, what the attention. Just be done. See ya.
Yeah, this Brennan Clay wrote, Gina and DeMarco's exchange October 5th. After I kissed her 2 kids goodbye at the airport, I left for my workout with the Chargers. And then 2 minutes later, she's texting with DeMarco.
What a skank.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking for something better, I suppose. God, that would suck. Wouldn't that suck to be just watching your girl every 5 minutes, wondering what she's up to?
Awful. And those guys are traveling so much and stuff, and
Yeah.
you can't trust her, and you're just wondering.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be awful.
God, yeah, it's tough. Anyway, of course, the tweets that Joseph Fourier put up were deleted immediately. Always. I just don't understand that.
Twitter is so dumb in that sense. Like, I just don't understand the need for him to put that out there to everybody.
Everybody knows it becomes a bigger story almost when you do that. When you delete it right away, but people have it. Anybody that's following you has it.
Right.
And then,
deleting it doesn't even do anything, because if it's anything that's big enough that you need to delete it, someone caught it and saved it already.
Yeah.
So it's irrelevant that you've deleted it.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the pictures he tweeted with his puppy?
Yeah, the
might
husky.
have had the cutest little puppy on the planet, man.
The husky?
It's just a tiny little thing. I guess that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was amazing. He looked like a little teddy bear, man.
Yeah,
He had a great name too, like a little Italian name. It was awesome.
The top picture there is him and the
Oh,
girlfriend.
dude, no, you got to see this. You got to see him and this puppy, dude. Can you pull him up, Timko?
Got it.
Look at that puppy.
Ah, look at him.
Look at him, man.
Ah, look at him.
God, he's a cute little guy.
Ah, he's a wee little thing.
He's got an awesome name, and I wish I could remember it though. It's like little something.
Yeah, that's the one that busted his ankle
Yes,
up, right?
that's when he tripped over. And yeah, this series of tweets with the pictures came out soon after that. He was trying to go down the stairs, and the puppy kind of zoomed in front of him, and he fell down a couple stairs.
Little Ruffio.
Little Ruffio.
R-U-F-I-O. Rufio.
Nice.
Lil Rufio.
Anytime you can put like Lil in front of it.
Yeah.
Lil Rufio.
If you got a dog, would you call him Little E? Lil E?
Me?
Yeah,
what would you name your giraffe?
I'm Biggie, and this is Lily.
No, dude. That would be weird. No, I'm not into the concept of having another.
You guys could
thing
dress
about-
the same and stuff. It'd be awesome.
What would Jay name his giraffe?
Well,
it'd be
Fufase.
Lil, at first, a little Fufase.
Little guy, the little pygmy. Hey, I've got kind of a story like that in email form. John writes in, "Hello guys, I've started listening to the Detroit Cast from the beginning, Mike W and Mike C, and have been a dedicated listener since Jay the lawyer joined as host. Lately, I've been listening to the podcast in the morning, and it gets my day started. Thanks. Now here's my Jose versus Jose B story.
Oh no.
I started my automotive career in Detroit, working in a test lab in my early 20s. I worked with all men and regular joking about bodily functions and sexual activity / orientation. Now we would have visits to Detroit from our company's Mexican-based test lab technicians for training, etc. One technician was named Jose, and we would try to joke with him as one of the guys. So while he was visiting us, he came up with a joke that Jose B was his panus. But when he would hear the Jose B reference, he didn't understand. Although he was an English speaker as second language, there was a language barrier because we tried for about an hour to have him understand Jose B equals panus, but he never got it. So when I heard Mike W start using the Jose B versus Jose A for the Mexican boy / man with fetal / tumor growth, made me laugh and remember the Jose B joke we did years ago. I never thought I would hear someone else come up with the Jose B wordplay reference to body parts. Great job.
That's fucking awesome.
Jose B.
Hey, his brother.
Wait, body parts. That
Hey, his brother.
wasn't his body part. It was his brother.
Mi amigo.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, we got a brutal story here, and this, I think, is kind of where you're at, Jay.
Addison Township. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. Lake Orion.
East of there.
65-year-old woman has been charged with first-degree murder in the throat-slitting death of her 29-year-old son and the blunt force slaying of his 7-month-old daughter, the woman's grandchild.
Damn it.
Walking amongst us.
7 months old.
They occurred sometime the night of November 22nd. The next morning, deputies came to the home and found the murder suspect sitting on a couch with a slashed left wrist, bleeding into a bucket in an apparent suicide attempt. Nearby was the suspected murder weapon, a box cutter.
God,
So
that would suck. She's bleeding into a bucket. She didn't want to wreck the, carpet or
Porch.
something.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
Very
For the future buyer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Her name
Buyer
is
of that house of horrors.
Sylvia Majewska. It's being held under guard in a Pontiac hospital as she recovers from lacerations to her arms. There was no obvious motive for the slayings of Darren Gailey and his infant daughter, Charlie Hendrick, at the dad's Oxford Township home. The baby's body was found by deputies dressed and tucked away like it was going to sleep.
Oh.
Police found strong evidence that there was premeditation and a plan. So I'm thinking What could they have possibly found? Well, you know what they found? She'd recently bought.
No.
I don't understand these people that take notes down. Like, it's like the Bond villain who's going to tell you exactly how he's going to kill you and blah, 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 and it's just
put you on a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Going toward
And he's
whatever.
gonna get the whole plan.
Yeah, the whole plan's given up, and it foils the plan, always. This idiot writes down, or she buys a baby seat, and on the receipt that's taped to the box, she says, need to return, not going to need this anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, indicating she planned to return it, that it wouldn't be needed anymore. Majewska was a highly manipulative mother to her cognitively impaired son. Yeah. We certainly have information that she was an angry, controlling woman. They turned up video from a retail store where she's just berating this kid in line and reaming his ass out at the checkout counter.
Did you say Oxford or Addison?
Both.
Oh.
Addison Township. But they reference...
Is she from Addison, but his house is in Oxford or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
They mentioned Lake Orion, Oxford, and
Gotcha.
Addison Townships. I don't know. She was very much in charge, berating him. She lived alone, Majewska, the grandmother, but regularly spent the night with her divorced son when the baby was there for visitation under an arrangement ordered by the father's divorce settlement. Her son, Dwayne, had lifelong cognitive learning disabilities and a seizure disorder. As a result, his mother was appointed his guardian when he was a child. Medication that he took likely would have made him sleep soundly and wake up with difficulty. He left a trail of blood from his bed to the bathroom where he was found dead. God, this is an awful story. That's where he was attacked, they believe. Deputies were called to the home Sunday morning, hours after the slayings presumably occurred. The baby's mother, Amanda, had reported to Majewska's ex-husband that the baby was overdue to return from an overnight visit with the father. This prompted the ex-husband to call police. So the grandma's ex-husband, I don't know,
Right.
she called there. The deaths of the infant and the father came 17 days after the divorce was finalized. Sylvia Majewska filed on behalf of her son for his divorce from Amanda. Why? Oh, because he's
Guardian.
Guardian, yeah.
God, that's crazy. You
Yeah.
got a grandchild.
They were
through
married
this.
6 months.
Ugh.
They said Sylvia lived in Addison Township. The grandmother was in Township, and the father was in Oxford.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, he'd worked for 15 years as a clerk at the Kroger store in Lake Orion, less than 2 miles from his house.
I
Yeah.
was at that Kroger today.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Jay.
You probably saw this dude. He was there for 15 years as a
Really?
clerk.
Huh.
Do we have a picture of him?
Yeah.
Would you recognize him?
Maybe. I
Jay,
don't know.
please say no. I'm just kidding. Do you recognize her? She's
No,
probably in there a lot
Yeah, I
too.
was thinking about her. I don't recognize her.
Or if you're like, oh my God, it's Bill. I know him totally.
But how do you even explain? This chick, she's willing to cut her son's throat. It's not like you're poisoning or you're trying to do something where you can get away with it.
Vicious.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck? Other than you're just absolutely crazy.
He's got a distinct look.
I've not seen him. You're right. He does have a distinct
I
look.
think you would know that.
I
guy.
know. I think I would remember that.
Look at him with his
eyebrows.
Yeah.
baby. Oh, poor guy.
You're righty. It's the brows. The brows would jump out at me.
I'm shocked. You're not paying attention, are you?
Yeah, I gotta look around more. Gotta be more aware of my surroundings.
What a monster.
Mm-hmm.
What a monster. How do you murder your own son? Well,
How do you murder a 7-month-old?
I don't know how you
Kid,
murder
you know?
anybody, frankly. No, if not to make the kid is okay. but
recognize
I mean,
that picture of him?
No.
like those eyebrows though, in the same one in those.
He's got a
pictures.
beard there, though. I bet the firm would be disappointed with him, but
You're right.
Those eyebrows are weird, dude. They're just like evil. Like when you run in a cartoon, like what would be evil eyebrows?
You're right. Look at those evil eyebrows. Wow.
come on. He's a victim. Look at that little baby.
Yeah, 7 months old, blunt force. So she just whipped her against something or
God.
whacked her with something,
Oh.
and then, got her dressed for bed.
Yep. Put her away to bed.
Ugh.
And then I slip my wrist and end it all.
Yeah.
Bleed out into a bucket. Ugh. Will they give her the death penalty for this?
Not in Michigan.
Oh, that's right. God damn it! Oh, poor thing. Although I can't help but think E's mom.
Might E's mom do that?
I was just trying to think, like, how would you possibly kill your own son? And I went, oh yeah, he's 30.75. He's kind of an anchor,
Feeble-minded.
feeble-minded.
Arguably.
arguments could be.
I'll disagree with those arguments, but
Okay, I just wanted to throw it out there. I felt like it was sitting there as the elephant in the room.
yeah, I don't know. She wouldn't be able to kill me though. She'd have. I mean, the only way
Leg whip, right?
she'd have to poison me.
Yeah, Majewski
Yeah.
said the same thing about his mom. Just saying, sleep with one eye open. That's all I'm saying. We need you here.
Yeah, she'd have to poison me. She could. There's no chance in hell.
Don't
she
put
could
it
get at
past
me.
her. I
She's
met
not,
her.
she's not a violent person. Can't,
No, she just-
can't hurt a fly.
She just couldn't get at me fast enough.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What if you were
yeah.
sleeping,
That's what I'm talking
passed
about.
out drunk?
I don't pass out drunk at home usually.
What about the night of the piss?
Yeah.
You had to have passed
Well,
out.
that night I did. Usually,
Your
if I
story's
pass
falling
out,
apart-y.
No, that's like rare. If I pass out, I don't do it at home because I don't have someone to drive me home. So,
Okay.
I'm a very conscious drunk alcoholic or whatever.
Hey, another disturbing story. Wall Street firm, headhunting firm, has been accused of holding booze-fueled parties where bosses would strip in a damning sexual discrimination complaint. Male colleagues at CT Partners, heard of them, also took profitable accounts away from their female colleagues and subjected them to discrimination.
My goodness.
What's happened? What's wrong so far?
I know we haven't gotten to it.
Sounds about right.
It sounds right.
I don't think we've.
Sounds like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Right, I saw the movie. I know how it goes.
Absolutely. The complaint alleges that Brian Sullivan, the chairman at CT Partners, ripped off his clothes along with other partners during a drunken party at his Florida home in May of 2012. This sounds like an awesome place to work
Right,
so
dude, can
far.
I sign up, dude?
I mean, seriously, could we be partners there? Would they accept us? No?
Look at that
You know
dude. That's the
Yeah.
guy who whipped off his clothes.
Oh, wow.
One witness said that he gathered around with a number of naked male colleagues and ran into the ocean in a rugby-like scrum.
Rugby like
Rugby.
scrum.
Like-
Awesome.
Well, like, are they?
They ran into the ocean in a rugby like scrum.
Boys
Isn't
will
it
be
a scrum?
boys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are they in the huddle thing?
yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah, it's rugby-like scrum.
Dude,
well, I mean, are they like shoulder to shoulder?
that's a great. God, I wish we had the complaint on this one because that's fucking lawyer right there.
Yeah.
In a rugby like scrum.
One female employee claimed Jeremy Robertson, a married father of two who works in the firm's hedge fund practice, called himself Daddy and wanted to spank her. She then allegedly went to the vice chairman, Burke St. John, to complain, but he is said to have ignored the matter because of a language barrier, even though English is what she spoke. St. John also said to have invited women into his office to tell them the shadows of the buildings outside their office on 6th Avenue look like penises.
I love the language barrier defense. Well, I'm not getting that. What
Yeah.
do you? Okay. Well, thanks for coming by.
He's just trying to lighten up their day by showing them these.
I gotta be honest, man. I don't see what the problem is with this. I really, honest to God, I don't.
No, this one sounds like it's probably just a few little things that have been really, really, really blown up by something.
Well, even like the
opportunistic
naked
chick,
like
yeah.
scrum into the ocean. It is just the guy is sitting there, a few like 4 or 5 naked guys, I guess, and then just ran into the ocean at a party.
It sounds like some sour pusses left out of the action and
Yeah.
And it
filing
wasn't-
a complaint about it.
Right, and it wasn't at the office. That was on a party at his Florida home. I
But
mean,
it even sounds the way it's written that the woman who's alleging this stuff wasn't even present. She probably heard about it. You know,
Yeah.
so this is just the lawyer trying to paint the picture of what a sexually charged environment this is.
Look at their pictures, by the way.
I know.
Timco's got their.
That's classic corporate America.
This is
right there, dude.
hilarious. It's like they've got one black guy, they've got one black woman with an afro, they've got one light-skinned black woman,
Mhm.
then they've got a white male, then they've got an Asian guy. All their pictures, it's like look at that.
Where's
my
the redhead?
God,
White
Where's the
guy.
redhead?
Black guy, white senior guy, afro chick, light-skinned black chick, Asian guy.
I think it's still okay to discriminate.
The
redheads.
whole thing. Yeah, is it okay?
I think so. Don't you? Like, I don't really think people care, but
Ginger is not a protected characteristic.
They're not a protected species.
No. Not
Look at
yet.
that.
Look at that.
Old guy, young guy, Asian guy.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, man.
Yuck.
Have you ever worked in a place that, like, literally that's what it added at the 5?
No, never. What? Can you explain to me what the problem is in this environment? I just don't understand what they did wrong here. So your boss calls you into the office and says, look at that. The shadows on the wall make it look like penises out there. I'm outraged. I'm so offended. Like, what's offensive about that? Seriously, Jay, explain to me if it actually, in fact, looks like penises outside on the windows. Look up bridge shadow penises And there's a bridge, and this circulates around. Like, this happens where anytime you've got an umbrella that's closed, a shadow will hit it. It looks like a dick.
I know. I find it funny too.
Look at this one. Look at this one.
Oh, that's great. That's a great one.
Oh my god.
So if you point at someone, hey, you're not gonna believe this. Yeah. Sally, get in here. Look at it. Doesn't that look like penises out there?
It's just a row of cocks.
I'm outraged. I'm outraged. Yeah. No, it does look like a row of cocks.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'd be pissed if someone didn't show me these.
Exactly. Jay, you've been in corporate America. I need to know. I need to understand. In case I ever get into the corporate world and I work at a firm as a partner someday, I need to know how to behave. And so far, I think I'd be in trouble.
Big trouble. Don't talk about sex, Mike.
God damn it.
I know.
I love talking about nothing more.
I know. It'd be a problem. That's, again, why this has to work. We can't put you out there. You can't go out there, Mike.
Well, here, for instance, let me throw this out to you. Lately, when I'm talking to Beth, everything that she says gets met with, say that again and I'll Cosby you. Would that be inappropriate to say in an office setting?
It would.
I've threatened her probably 20 times in the last week with being Cosby'd. Would that be inappropriate to say to a female partner at a firm?
It would, yeah.
What? God damn it!
I know.
What's wrong with corporate America? I didn't do it. I didn't actually Cosby Beth yet. But what is the...
Yeah, you'd have problems, dude.
How did you get by it?
You just have to suppress. It's really, really hard.
What do you do? Go home and just and open it all up to gab?
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah.
Did you ever get close and have to cut yourself off, like you're about to tell a sweet anal sex joke or something?
Or you go out to lunch with a few guys and you do that. But you just can't do it in front of chicks.
That seems kind of sexist.
Yeah,
Don't involve the women in it?
Right.
These dicks he's pulling up. Ugh.
Yeah, look at that afternoon storm. Big red rager. You're looking at weathermen pointing on weather maps, just huge dick-like
This is
storms.
Been going on with Kimmel, I think. Kimmel's got a new segment where he's got someone who literally sits around all day and scours the net for weather-related dick pictures.
Yeah, like just the right shaped storm.
Where it looks like balls and dicks.
I would do that. I spend all day doing that.
Yeah, he's literally got segments of it. That actually is a dick and ball set. God. A couple other things here. They've got opening statements have begun in a Houston capital murder trial. Teenager accused of sexually assaulting a girl and killing her in a satanic ritual. What's wrong with people? Seriously. The trial began for 18-year-old Jose Reyes and his brother. His brother, Jose Reyes. No, him and his friend. Prosecutors say killed 15-year-old, and she's adorable. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't she gorgeous? Little Corianne Cervantes in a vacant apartment southeast of Houston. There's a 16-year-old boy is also charged, expected to stand trial later. The two boys were hoping to make a deal with the devil when they disfigured the girl's body, including carving an upside-down crucifix on her stomach. He confessed to the horrible crime. Jose Reyes. If you don't feel comfortable saying that, say Jose Reyes. Come on, you can do it. You're getting really good at it. Seriously.
Shut up.
Dude.
I can't roll my R's, and you know it. I feel
Dude, you're getting good at it, though.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Have some confidence. Jose Reyes.
Jose. I can't.
That was so close.
That was close.
I didn't even start to say it.
You were about to say it perfectly.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. Dude,
one more try.
Try it. Don't get upset. Why are you lashing out at Jay?
Because I don't want to do it. I know I can't roll my fucking tongue. I know I can't.
Jose Reyes.
I can't.
That was good. That one was better.
Shut up.
Seriously, that one was good.
I don't
it
want
was.
any more
the other
Mexican
ones you've
stories.
struggled with, but that one was good. Jose Reyes.
Now fears any story about Mexicans now.
That's racist.
I fear any story.
Mi amigo Jose Reyes. He confessed to the crime said he killed Corianne so that his younger friend could sell his soul to the devil.
Damn it, dude.
In court, Reyes looked directly into the camera and smiled. Piece of shit. He faces adult capital murder charges. The 16-year-old was charged with capital murder as a juvenile. She was found in a vacant apartment 3 days after she was kidnapped. One of the neighbors who found her body said there were religious items placed around her. She was found half naked with her clothes torn. Her body showed signs that she'd been violently raped. Authorities say that the boys lured her to a vacant apartment after they, on February 5th, they hit her with an ashtray, a toilet tank lid, and a window blind rod, strangled her, and stabbed her in the face with a screwdriver.
Damn, man.
Fucking monsters.
These guys can get charged as adults, right? Did you say that already?
Oh, yeah, capital murder charges.
Good.
There were pieces of porcelain embedded in her face. Reyes confessed that the pair sexually assaulted Corianne. When she tried to leave the vacant apartment, they grabbed her by the arms and pulled her back in again. And then, she's really cute.
This was in Texas, you said, right?
The best part about this story, Houston area.
They could
there's something good about this story.
Yeah, you know what's good about this story? He apparently went to Reyes' own family went to the authorities when he started talking. Kind of, he made some admissions to them about it. They went right to the police. They were so disturbed by what they were hearing. They went to the police and turned this piece of shit in themselves. They did the right thing. They were clearly offended by his conduct. At his home, there were some signs of devil worship and things of that nature. Whether or not the devil was involved, what happened in that apartment was sadistic and inhumane. The devil wasn't involved.
Gross.
Sorry. The devil had not. Don't blame the devil for this. Blame Reyes for this. Look at him smiling.
Reyes.
Jose, mi amigo.
God, evil fucker, man. Ugh.
Disgusting. Hey, Jay, you've been trying to get me to work out lately. I don't have to.
You gonna do the pill instead?
I think so. It's coming. It's coming. I've been waiting for this day, man. I really have. And I don't feel comfortable with the dangers that lurk when whether it's running, jogging, walking. You can be assaulted, attacked by dogs. There's all kinds of things. You could pull muscles.
Pull muscles?
Yeah, if you're lifting and stuff. God knows what his aerobics courses are like. I don't even want to go down that road. It just sounds scary.
And how much time is that involved, too? I mean, having to be, be planking for hours and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, geez, who's got time?
Swallow a pill, right?
Yeah. Doesn't that sound way better? If you could just swallow a pill and be sweet looking.
That what happens?
Totally.
Yeah. Is that what happens?
Yes, an obesity pill that transforms bad fat to good could replace exercise. Because everybody knows it's a deadly activity, and we need to get it replaced. Also, diabetes. That is a claim by scientists who believe they've made a breakthrough in the battle against the bulge.
They don't need to be working on these breakthroughs, by the way. The people that get fat enough and die of diabetes, that's like selection, man. That's your own fucking stupid fault.
You're looking at a guy who's glandular, so don't blame him.
Yeah, I've got bad white blood cells. If I had more brown ones, I'd be in a different position. But that's what I mean by it's glandular, you son of a bitch. You wishing me ill?
It's got too many high-density lipoproteins. It's not his fault.
Okay.
Thank you. Harvard Stem Cell Institute at Harvard have identified 2 compounds that can turn white or bad fat cells into brown good fat cells in the body. Dude, this is the magic bullet I've been waiting for.
Groundbreaking.
Absolutely groundbreaking. When a person eats too many calories without burning them off, they are stored as white fat cells by adult stem cells. That's my problem. Right there.
It's mostly glandular, but that is a small part of your problem.
The new study found 2 small molecules that convert fat stem cells. These brown fat cells burn excess energy and subsequently reduce the size and numbers of white fat cells. That's my problem. I think I'm inundated with white fat cells. It's just a birth defect of sorts. That's what I'm thinking. You're constantly replenishing your fat tissue, so if you were on a medication to convert the cells, each new fat cell would be more metabolically active and would convert to brown fat over time. You following that?
Mm-hmm.
The researchers said this reduces the chances of a person developing type 2 diabetes, which I don't want. I don't want that.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Or any of the other conditions related to buildup of fat. One of the 2 molecules is already approved to treat rheumatoid arthritis, but scientists warned a pill is sometime off. Why? They warned the compounds could damage the immune system, not a hill to die on, willing to take that chance. They warn these compounds target the same molecule, and that molecule plays a role in the inflammatory response. So if you administered it for a long time, the person taking them could become immune compromised.
Not a hill to die on.
Not a hill to die on for me. Nope. A German team is currently carrying out tests on the two compounds on lab mice. We expect to have results fairly soon. However, the team pointed out that although any pill might help us stay slim, it would not replace the other benefits of exercise or negative sides to it either. Rolled ankles, blown out knees.
Ankles, Jesus.
Dude, it happens.
You're right.
I've never rolled my ankle sitting on the couch. Never once.
That's a good
Not
point.
even getting up quickly to get the popcorn.
That's a good point.
Nope.
Mm.
They've identified a hormone causes a person to pile on weight, triggering obesity and type 2 diabetes. The study found obese people have higher levels of hormone serotonin in the blood. The hormone inhibits the beneficial effects of brown fat. That's my problem, dude. I've got too much of this hormone serotonin in my blood. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Dude, you gotta do something, man. You'll feel so much better if you just get out and exercise.
I know. I got to get this pill.
Like,
Post haste. Post haste. Would you take it if you could? If you could look sweet and not have to waste your time doing all that silly stuff?
It's not gonna make you
aerobics?
look sweet.
Why wouldn't it make you look sweet? If you burn off all your fat, you'd look sweet. Why are you raining on my parade, Jay? This is my miracle drug.
I wouldn't take it only because I like running anyway, and I like being active anyway.
You can still do that. No one's saying that they're going to make it illegal to run.
No, but you're saying would I take it? Why would I take it?
Why wouldn't you?
I think what E's point is, the older you get is, you do this shit because it makes you feel good and it gives you a high. Gives you
there's way better
energy.
ways to get highs, though.
Yeah, it gives you energy.
It's a different kind of high, though.
And it's not like this quest to have the perfect body when you're,
Clearly.
he's 30.75.
Clearly. I mean, he's not even
but
close.
it's just about feeling good,
Oh.
What?
I mean, says the pot to the kettle, I mean.
You mean the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah, whatever. People know what I meant.
He used it right. He used it right.
I thought
Said
I did.
The pot to the kettle. That was well done.
Yeah, it's a well-used joke, but whatever.
I thought I said it right, but I don't know. No one.
You did. You shouldn't doubt yourself there, because the whatever it throws a bunch of grayness on everything.
Well, no, I said it, and then I don't. He just said.
You need to be confident.
I know you're right.
You need to be confident in yourself. Would you do it?
Take the pill? Oh God, yes. Sign me up. Yeah, I'll get on the trials.
Yeah.
I don't even want to wait for FDA approval. Sign me up. I'm in. Dude, I'd be looking sweet in no time.
You wouldn't feel good in the inside, though. You'll still feel empty on the inside.
You don't know that. What do we got for emails, my man?
Got some emails for sure. Actually, they're stacking up.
Why don't we do one of our reads first?
Hit it.
Which one have you not done?
Hit it.
This one? Who wouldn't love a new iPad or MacBook Air to download the latest episode of this very Detroit cast? Well, Nationwide Surplus can hook you up. They've got everything computer-related, laptops, servers, PCs, latest Apple equipment. Check them out, please, at nationwidesurplus.com. You've got great deals on computers, accessories, and components. Free shipping on tons of items. If you shop now, please use the promo code PINKHAT. You get an additional 10% off your purchase, and you'll let them know that you came from the Detroit cast.
And tell them Big E from the Detroit cast sent you.
Please check them out. That's nationwidesurplus.com. They've got a huge selection of computer and entertainment products and equipment.
And speaking of Big E sending you, go to Zott Ford. The snow's coming, so get into a 2014 Ford F-150 4x4 XLT for only $269 a month. You'll have no problem with the snow at that point. At Zott Ford, with nearly 100 F-150s available, we have exactly what you're looking for. That's Zott Ford, S-Z-O-T-T. Go see them. Go tell them Big E sent you. Right, Big E?
Yes, sir.
And you, sir, will be sending business their way, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Up for debate.
Amy writes in.
I'll do it.
So I'm sitting here at work attempting to find anything to do except my actual job. We've all been there.
Yep.
And as I learned from Big E, when you don't want to do your job, you should go on Facebook. So that's what I did. And I come upon a picture that my friend who works at Twitter posted. So she has a friend at Twitter, posted the attached picture. The attached picture shows scrawled across one of their walls, Black Lives Matter, hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Ugh.
Just across a main wall in their lobby type area.
In the Twitter?
You've got to be shitting
Like this girl that works at Twitter? Is that, or Okay.
Yeah, she's reacting. Amy is
No,
reacting
I just
to a
was wondering-
picture
yeah.
at the Twitter offices. She says, I'm completely and utterly shocked that a place of business would put something like this on their wall. That being said, I've decided that my new focus, instead of doing my actual job, is to replace our company logo on the wall in the lobby to say #White Lives Matter. That's not racist, is it?
I don't think so.
Also, on a totally unrelated topic, I just have to say I think it's super cute when Big E wants to make a point about something lately. He starts off with only addressing his comment to Jay.
Yeah,
It makes
I've
me
noticed
chuckle
that too.
every time it happens.
What?
I feel like I'm invisible.
Really?
I just ordered my
I don't
Christmas shirt. It is a Christmas shirt, not a holiday shirt, and look
Mhm.
forward to its arrival. Thanks for all you guys do. You're the best. Truly, goodbye. Ooh, she spelled goodbye right.
Whoa.
B-Y-E.
B-Y-E?
What did she do? Oh, she spelled it B-Y-E.
That's right.
Goodbye, one word, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Is she trying to say the shirt was a goodbye?
Yeah.
BYE?
Yeah, she spelled it right, kind of playing off that it was a
Okay.
goodbye. Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, Big E, what's the deal with that, leading with
I
my
don't-
name?
Am I?
Man crush.
I don't know.
There's a little bit of a man crush
Someone
going on
else
with Jay.
suggested
I
that,
don't,
too.
I don't think so.
I do.
Anthony suggested that,
It's
too.
clear.
He said, I think he's secretly in love with Jay.
I see it.
He says his name probably 10 times a show, i.e., isn't that right, Jay? Jay, did you hear? J. Christ, blow him already, E, and get it over with.
I think it's just, I swear to God, I think it's just because of how I don't look straight usually. I tend to look off
You
to
don't
the
look
side.
straight ever.
So my point is Jay's over here. You're in front of me. So if I were to address Mike,
What does that have to do with you being straight or gay?
I'm talking about how. Never mind.
He is oftentimes kind of looking at me. For example, when you just did the Jose Reyes deal, the whole time he
that's when I
looks-
really notice it.
looks right at me when he's trying to roll his R's. I don't know what that means.
Come on, E,
man.
try it. You've got this
I'm
thing.
not
You've
doing-
got this
not
shit.
doing it again.
Hashtag you got this
I'm
shit.
not doing it again.
Jose Reyes.
I'm not doing it again.
Josby.
I already
I
tried.
his brother.
No.
I his brother. Come on, man.
No.
Try it one last time.
No.
Dude, you were so close. You really had it last time. It was impressive.
I don't want to do it.
Come on, I want you to do it, though. Jose Reyes.
I can't roll. I don't even know how to begin to roll my R. Like,
Reyes.
See, I don't even know what you do. What are you supposed to do? How do you do it?
Reyes.
I don't even know how you do that.
Jose Reyes.
Can you do like an engine sound? You know, like an engine running?
Don't teach him.
What? An engine? Choo
Like
choo.
an engine roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, yes.
Jose
Go with it.
Reyes.
Go with it. Go with it.
You
got
got
it,
this,
E.
dude. You got this shit.
Engine
You
sound.
got this.
I don't
Dude,
know
you
how
were
to
so
roll my
close
R's.
last time. You were right there. We're teaching you.
Please
Jose
just stop.
Reyes.
I don't want to.
One time.
Looking at me again, see?
I don't want to do it.
Come on.
Jose.
That was it, dude.
I'm not doing it ever again. That's it.
That's not true. That's not true. You know I'll make you do it again. Don't make a declaration like that. And that was right. You got it that time anyways. You did.
Well done. AA Ron writes in. He's off on this one, but I'll read it anyway.
Okay.
Jay and Mike, you need to break out of the terrestrial radio model. The internet is more of a co-op than a tyrannical, empirical hierarchy of
I
domination.
know where this is going.
If you make a good podcast, it survives and people support. If you make dog shit, you will get scooped up and thrown over the fence.
Mm.
If you listen to any traditional and successful podcast, the hosts regularly show up on other podcasts. Since everyone plugs what they are working on, Eric will promote the Detroit Cast. Will he?
If I ever
Big E as a character will have people looking where they can find more of him, hence more people listening to the Detroit Cast. Duh. You should be thanking, not berating Eric for his obvious promotion of
Totally
the second
agree.
podcast.
But he didn't promote us on
No.
that show.
But I haven't been on that show since I've been on here yet. If I were to go do an episode, which I have talked about
So
doing,
you're plugging their show and you haven't even been on it?
I've been on it several times.
And you haven't plugged this show?
Not when I was a part of this, though. It was before. It was when I was living on the west
So
side.
why did you feel the need on Friday to plug their show and blow them?
Those guys are my friends, and I think they are funny, and I thought there was nothing wrong with it. And I think he is right, and I have talked about doing episodes with them again. We just never worked it out where I got the right timing.
Were you going to clear that with Jay?
No, I actually wasn't. But
AA Ron's not done, by the way. He has other things that
I'm
support
sure.
you. The other dumb statement you two made was that there's a chance a listener would jump ship to another podcast. In case you weren't aware, there are 24 hours a day, so listeners might listen to something else too. I guess that the average listener listens to more than one show. Shit, I regularly listen to 6 different shows.
Mm.
But there's obviously a limit there, AA Ron. I mean, you have a certain amount of time that you can listen, and
that's a ridiculous argument.
Pushing you to another podcast.
That's a ridiculous argument.
Really?
Is it? No, it is. I listen to 2 or 3 right now.
Okay, fit in another one. Well, you're the exception. You could sit around all fucking day.
I don't sit around all day. I do it when I'm driving.
Okay. I guess there's not just so many hours in the day. I guess
there is so many hours in a day.
No, they're limitless, according to you and AA, Ron.
No, you should listen to the first part more, right? It's absolutely true that people go on other people's podcasts all the time.
No, I understand that.
But you didn't cross-promote.
Yeah.
I will.
That was the whole point.
Will you?
That's actually not true. That's actually not true, by the way, because actually I did do an episode right before I started work, right when I was just making the transition from here to there. They don't record them all the time. I haven't been on their show in a year. And the last one I did, I actually did reference this show. Now, that was back October of last year. It's the last time I've been on the show.
Any chance he got excused from that other show and he's just not fessing up about it?
That's probable.
That's not what
here's Gary raises this. Look, listen. So after numerous times that Big E has been challenged to mention that he is on the Detroit Cast or previously on the Drew and Mike show when he introduces himself for his stand-up
That's
act,
a different thing.
And now he promotes another podcast. Just shows how feeble-minded he is. The more I hear him not understand why you guys are mad at him for doing this, the more I want to mount his head for you guys.
Well, you're an idiot.
Excellent.
I guess, dude. I'm serious. That's ridiculous. My stand-up, I've been very clear about...
Stop yelling at Jay.
I've been very clear about...
Why am I an idiot? I'm just reading an email.
Not you.
Gary,
me?
Whatever.
Our Death Insider's an idiot? This is our Death Insider.
The guy that's going to mount you.
Oh, that's who he is?
Yeah.
That's the guy we were talking about the other day? Talking to?
He was going to wait for your demise, he says, but I feel I am on board on helping expedite this along. Gary from
finish your thought, E.
I've been very... I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say. I couldn't disagree really anymore, I guess, but...
Okay.
There's a fundamental disconnect. We're going to have to disagree to agree, I guess, on that.
Mm-hmm. I just don't have that much confidence that had he gone on another show that he would even mention.
No.
Oh, I've already done it, so that's crazy.
You have? Where?
Yeah, I told you. I did it last year in October.
Okay.
I did an episode on their thing last year in October.
Homework.
And I referenced,
pull it up.
I'll have to find it. I don't remember what. Yeah.
For tomorrow. Pull that up. Let's listen.
Yeah.
Let's listen to how well you promoted this show.
Well, I mean, this was way... Honestly, this was...
No, well...
all you said is that I referenced it. You know, if I were to do one of their episodes now, I would absolutely make a bigger deal about it in the beginning.
No, we're going to pull that up for tomorrow. We'll have that ready to go.
Yeah. I have not heard
cross
it.
promotion.
Right. Which is probably sweet. I mean, he's just gone on and told the world that he absolutely cross-promoted the shit out of it. So we'll check it out tomorrow. We'll get audio of said podcast.
And by the way, you're just giving more... I mean, you guys are just giving more...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Look what you've started. Look what you've started. Hope you're proud of yourself.
You could have done it off
Hope
the
you're
air.
proud of yourself that you've brought us to this level.
Where we're pushing people away from our show to Tyler and... What was it called?
Go ahead. Plug him again, E.
Television Hell.
Television Hell. Yeah. Sounds hilarious. Thank you for driving us to this point, E. Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We just lost some likes on Facebook.
Oh,
actually,
great.
It's not true. The likes went up in the last day. Actually went up like 1 or 2 yesterday.
Yours did?
No,
yours. Selfish.
This show.
This show?
You're watching likes that carefully that you've noticed they've gone up 1 or 2.
Oh, actually, you know what? It just went down. I noticed from this morning. 1. It went down 1 from this morning.
See, Tyler and Chris, right? What are they called?
Scott.
Tyler Scott. Yeah.
See, it took 1 away. Sons of bitches.
Yep. Is that it for the email?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's call it a day there for a Tuesday. Our Christmas shirt is on sale if you want to check that out. I'm so glad that people have gone out and are already getting it. You guys have it before we do. I haven't even gotten one.
I haven't seen one either.
It's cool to see you guys with pictures of it and wearing the shirt. It looks great. So if you're interested in getting one, Jay is selling them at the rock bottom price of $20 for some stupid reason. But consider it a Christmas gift from us. But yeah, go to the DetroitCast.com, and there's a link there for our merch, and you can find the Christmas shirt there. So with that, we'll call it a day for a Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow, unless you got any stand-up you want to plug, anything coming up?
Well, I was going to wait till tomorrow, just because I didn't want to plug it all week. But I do have a Saturday one coming up this Saturday.
Oh, where?
Which would be kind of cool. It's Laugh Tracks and Novi.
There we go. Saturday, Laugh Tracks and Novi. That's what you need.
That's the plug.
The reason this one would be
that's a good club too. That's a good gig.
The reason this would be kind of cool is if actually people showed up. I'm gonna get some money for this. I'm gonna get like $20 at least. But I'm under the impression that if more people show up, there'll be more of a pot for like the comedians. Like I think we're all getting some money. But I think I'm guaranteed like 20. So I can
promise you right now that if it is an absolute full house to the rafters, you will still get $20.
No, I'm just talking about when I talk to the
club owners are such pieces of shit. They will tell you, oh yeah, I know it looked like 5,000 people were here, but really there were like 25, and so we lost money. But here's your $20.
I was talking to the comedian that was it's like there's a comedian running this. I don't know. That's what I just got the impression from her. But the point is, still it's always good. It's $8 this Saturday. You actually have to pay this time, but there's some other funny guys there. If you don't think I'm funny, there's some other guys that I think are very funny. So.
Yeah, Laugh Tracks in Novi Saturday night. What time?
8:30. Yeah, 8:30.
Okay, he thinks.
That time isn't important.
But this is what we've been waiting for, right? Like a weekend.
I know.
Yeah,
for sure. Dude.
Yeah, and you should plug that all week. You should have started yesterday. As Jay keeps telling you over and over and over that some people have kids, need to arrange babysitters.
I guess that's my realization that I don't think about the fact that some people have to make plans. Where I can just do whatever.
Jay is beside himself. He doesn't even comment anymore. He just lets it go, shaking his head. It's hilarious. All right, with that, we'll call it. We'll see you guys tomorrow for an all-new Wednesday edition of this very show.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.